You're watching WGAL 8. Now, coverage you can count on continues from the Susquehanna Valley's most watched news team. This is News 8 at 6 in HD.
Tonight, police in Harrisburg are looking for a gunman after shots ring out at a teen birthday party. Good evening, I'm Ron Martin.
And I'm Kim Lemon. Several teens were hit at the party early Sunday morning. News 8's Harrisburg reporter Portia Johnson spoke with one of the victims and his family.
This was supposed to be a night of fun at the Central Allison Hill Community Center.
I had faith. I thought this party was going to be cool.
It was Quintel Gann's birthday party. Quintel is a local rapper, and his party drew a big crowd. There were parents chaperoning the party, including his mom, Catherine Gann.
I stayed on the mic telling them, like, if y'all cut up, this won't happen again.
But a fight did break out inside. The party ended and shots rang out outside. Ms. Gann says 7 people were hit, including her 15-year-old son, Edmund.
It was just somebody walking down the street, just pumping the shotgun.
Edmund was hit by shotgun pellets 8 times.
I hit once on my neck, twice on my arm, twice on my chest, once on my back.
He is recovering well from his injuries. Police say the other teens who were hit are doing okay as well. Ms. Gann says her heart goes out to all the victims and their families. In the same breath, she says the situation is upsetting.
It disappoints me that you can't do nothing for these kids without them cutting up. Like, it really disappoints me.
Ms. Gann and residents say this is not the first time there have been problems after a party or even a shooting in this area. Her son says the next time he throws a party, it won't be here at the community center. In Harrisburg, Portia Johnson, News 8.
And police tell Portia that they don't know what caused the fight that led to the shooting.
Continuing coverage of Friday's flooding in Lebanon County, the Palmyra Borough engineer says that this home is still sinking. Ever since that flooding created 3 sinkholes. It is one of more than a half-dozen homes along the 300 block of East Cherry Street that the borough is monitoring. News 8's Meredith Jorgensen spoke with one of the families that is now dealing with a lot of cleanup.
Well, I would probably say, wow, look at that. You know, it's because not something that you would see every day in most neighborhoods. So
not just one sinkhole, but 3. This one is 20 feet wide and 20 feet deep and pulled this utility pole down with it. This is what Donna Dove woke up to Friday morning.
We thought it was a tornado was going through. I said it just sounded like a freight train hit the house because the whole house shook.
Her front door was stuck because her house had shifted so much.
When I look at the hole underneath the house over here, it's scary. You don't know if it's going to open up more. You have no idea.
Friday was going to be a busy day for Donna and her family even before the sinkhole. On Saturday, her daughter Danielle was getting married.
Yep, everything turned out good. Everything was good.
There's some good news for most of the neighbors here, too.
a few of the homes, once we make some repairs to some of the sinkholes, they'll be able to return immediately.
Engineers are making sure the sinkholes don't expand and inspecting the houses to ensure they're safe. Even with a hole in her yard, Donna can focus on the positive.
My house is still there yet. We'll see take it day by day.
In Palmyra, Lebanon County, Meredith Jorgensen, News 8.
The sinkhole with the telephone pole in it is on a public right-of-way, making it the borough's responsibility to repair. Now, the other 2, however, are on private property, so homeowners and their insurance companies will have to fix them.
Well, because of all of Friday's flooding, more than 20 high school football games are being played tonight. One of them is Manheim Central versus Lampeter Strasburg. News 8's Pat Principe joins us live from the game for Football Friday on a special Monday edition. Hey, Pat.
Hey there, Rob. We're calling it Football Monday. As you said, 24 games postponed being played tonight. And this is a pretty big one in Manheim tonight. Both these teams, Lampeter Strasburg and Manheim Central, unbeaten in Lancaster, Lebanon, Section 2. And to quote our own Mike Hostetler, so far this game has been a Lulu. Manheim Central was down 14-7 at one point, came back with 3 straight scores to go up 27-14. The Pioneers have just scored with about 2 minutes to go in the half as both teams retreat to their sidelines to prepare for the next kickoff. Manheim is up 27 to 21. The Barons are unbeaten overall at 6-0, and they need a win tonight to gain the 500th victory in team history. We'll be back later in sports, update you on this one, show you some highlights, and of course we'll have 9 games covered for you tonight on a special Monday night edition of Football Friday. We are live at Manheim Central High School on Football Monday. Ron?
You're right, it is a real Lulu out there. Thanks, Pat.
Right now in Harrisburg, the school district is meeting and is expected to learn just how much money was recently found in the budget. Projections say it could be at least $12 million. Now, this discovery was found after tax increases and union pay cuts. News 8's Chris Hush is at the meeting, and we'll have what happened on News 8 at 10 and 11. News tonight from Lebanon. Police are investigating a shots fired incident that happened yesterday morning around 6 on the 400 block of North 10th Street. Police found several shell casings in the street where the shots hit a parked vehicle and a home.
New information about a string of robberies in Cumberland County that police think may be related. Lower Allen Township Police released this surveillance photo of last night's robbery at the B&H Mart in the 3600 block of Simpson Ferry Road. Police say the robber kept the gun trained on the store employee the entire time. Police say the robber may have been the same man seen in these surveillance photos, the man who held up the Lucky Mart in Mechanicsburg last Friday and a Pizza Hut in Mechanicsburg the day before that. News from Lancaster, a late afternoon accident ended with a car hitting a home. Police say the driver was going down an alley on South Arch Street when for some reason he panicked. An officer says the driver then put the car in reverse, hit a pole, and ended up hitting the front of a home on Vine Street. No one was hurt. Also in Lancaster County, PPL has started a 3-month improvement project that will affect drivers. It says there may be lane closures or restrictions on Route 23 between River Road and Race Avenue in Lancaster Township between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. PPL says it's creating a new distribution line that'll service parts of Rohrerstown and Lancaster.
Continuing coverage of the government shutdown, a potential breakthrough. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid says they are getting closer to a deal.
This as a Thursday debt default deadline looms. NBC's Steve Handelsman has the update.
President Obama joined furloughed federal workers at a food bank and blamed House Republicans for the shutdown and possible default.
I think House Republicans continue to think that somehow they can extract concessions by keeping the government shut down or by threatening default.
Many House Republicans blame him for not compromising on Obamacare.
Given the ruthless and vindictive way the shutdown has been handled, I now believe that this president would willfully act to destroy the full faith and credit of the United States.
If the debt ceiling is not raised by the 17th, $6 billion in interest payments might not be paid on the 31st. Then $67 billion for Social Security, Medicare, and the military. In West Virginia, furloughed federal information specialist Kim Thomas worried about her kids.
I've had to dip into my savings already. Next payday, I'll probably have to dip into my children's savings.
One of Kim's senators is Democrat Joe Manchin.
The whole financial world is looking at us right now, and we can govern ourselves.
At midday, Senate leaders were hopeful.
We're going to get a result that will be acceptable to both sides.
And a White House meeting was delayed to let Senate leaders finish. But the question is if Speaker John Boehner would allow a House vote on any plan that does not roll back Obamacare and spending, as Tea Party Republicans demand.
Many here believe only a short-term deal could win Tea Party approval, meaning if it passes, another deadline crisis in just a few months. From Capitol Hill, I'm Steve Handelsman reporting. Ron, Kim.
All right, thank you, Steve. And our coverage of the government shutdown continues next with a look at the impact here on the Susquehanna Valley.
Going into the third week of the government shutdown, the battlefields in Gettysburg are still closed. So how could business be booming? I'm Matt Marcaro. We'll show you where the number of visitors has never been bigger.